This Green Bay Packers team, man, is now, after that first week disaster in Jacksonville against the Saints. Yeah, that's what the circumstances were. This Green Bay Packers team is now not only the owner of the longest winning streak in the NFL. It was Arizona at 7 to start the season. Now it's Green Bay at 7 after the season opening boat race loss that had folks wondering if Rodgers cared or if Rodgers' offseason stance had upset a locker room that was still coming together around the concept that he was gone and he was not coming back, but now he's back. Trying to figure him out. After that loss, maybe they're not the same anymore. Not around these parts. You didn't hear that from this mic. Because this is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about. And this is a very talented team we're talking about. And this coach is pretty damn good too, huh? How good is this coach? How good is this coach in Matt LaFleur? He's really friggin' good. And how good is this coaching staff without their defensive coordinator last night? Because he's out with COVID too. On a short week with a short roster and getting big-time results. That is a big-time team effort. But it all, of course, it all does come from 12. Top to bottom, soup to nuts, the owner of the Chicago Bears and the MVP quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, now a moonlighting general manager who gets to look around and see this team at 7-1, and this team at 7-1 appears to be better than the last two teams that went 13-3. Just kind of feels that way. Why? Because Aaron Rodgers feels, it appears to be, more involved, more invested, it seems. Not like caring, but the guy who he said, I want to go get. You got to get this guy for me. What appears to be the case, I'm coming in from the cold, but I still want some assurances. I want trust. What did he say? Trust and respect, right?
That's right. That's all I wanted.
That's what he said that he mentioned here when he came on this show a few weeks ago.
That's what he wanted. Yep.
I wrote it down. I got to find it in my notes right here.
Like Al Green, he wanted love and happiness.
Hey, now.
Right? I mean, it's very difficult to find, you know. But he wanted that, and he's like, go get me Randall Cobb. Okay. The guy who's buried on the depth chart in Houston, that guy. That guy used to be around here. We're getting that guy. All right, let's get him that guy. You know? Let's do him a solid, right?
Yep.
And 2 touchdowns. That's the guy that he leaned on last night to score the 2 touchdowns and his 2 touchdown passes. To now, by the way, make him 9-0 in primetime games since the beginning of last year, with a touchdown to interception ratio of 28-1, and now 8-0 with Devontae Adams out in the Matt LaFleur era. And so the GM button he pushed helped the quarterback push the buttons last night. And you got to give it up to Gutekunst too, by the way. A.J. Dillon, remember we made fun of that draft choice? Like, okay, you need, like Aaron Jones is going crazy. Aaron Rodgers wants some help at wide receiver, and you go get him a running back. Mm-hmm. Got to give it up to the team effort last night. Number 28 was rolling downhill, and a couple times when they were inside the 10 and they're going for it. Remember after Rondale Moore muffed the punt? Yeah. Setting them right up there. They only got 3 out of it. They threw it 3 times, and I'm wondering, why not roll A.J. Dillon, bowl him down the lane when he's cracking pins all night? That guy had a heck of a night, too.
Yeah.
And so did the defense that ran all over the place and chased Kyler Murray down and totally had him off his game. Totally had him off his game. You know, their touchdowns last night were all on the ground. Murray missed Christian Kirk down the middle towards the end of the game last night. But it does appear that Rodgers is more invested in all of this. And they're also winning games you're not expecting them to win. Like last night, they're winning games that they're supposed to win. They're winning games that they're not reportedly, allegedly supposed to win. Their division does not appear to have a suitor to try and track them down. With all due respect to the Vikings coming off of a bye week, doesn't look like the Bears are who we thought they were. A team that's going to be struggling and have an up and down season with a rookie quarterback who's still green and needs to take his lumps, and he is. The Lions are winless. The NFC North, the kings of the NFC North are still the Green Bay Packers, and the guy who owns the Bears, I own you, is the MVP quarterback coming in and has been dynamite with the exception of week 1. So the question that we had about the Packers coming in, there were two of them. One, how are they going to do this year with all that craziness from this offseason? How are they going to be able to put it together after all of that? Well, I think let's check that box. The all of that is in the rearview mirror in terms of winning and losing right now. 7-1. They're the 1 seed in the NFC right now going into this weekend. Now, the Rams have a very winnable game in Houston. And by the way, they have a chance to go 8, right? They have a chance to go match 7-1 right now to go join the Cardinals and the Packers. It's the 7-1 club this weekend. That's one to look at for, check your inbox right now for that contest on November 28th. Rams at Packers. That's a big one for the NFC over the steering wheel a month from last night. That's something to keep in your mind's eye. But the one question about the Packers coming into the season was how are they going to do this year? And then the second one, the one that where you're taking a look at the season-long storyline arc, which is this the end for Aaron Rodgers? Will it matter at all how things play out this year to see if he's going to want out anyway? This is what Rodgers had to say last night when it was brought up to him that it looks like he's really enjoying these games. Unless, of course, he's getting his chin strap scraped across his face and having it memed and screen grabbed across all of Twitter. But this is what he had to say about taking in these games as a Packer in this year after all of that.
And I enjoy the hell out of them, Jim. I really do. I adjusted my perspective last year and did some things off the field that put me in a good headspace. And I've just been really enjoying life and football on a whole new level. And I just have a greater appreciation for moments like this, a greater connectedness to my teammates. I told them in the locker room after the game just to savor these moments because this is the kind of things you think about and talk about 20 years from now when you're done playing. The special locker room celebrations, the elation on the sideline after a big play that seals a game. There's nothing like this game. It's a special game that gives you so many lifelong memories and friendships, and I'm so thankful to still be playing and still be playing at a high level in year 17. And every year is so different too. You never know how the team's going to come together and the chemistry and the relationships and the guys stepping up and dealing with injuries and all the adversity. But we have a good group of guys that there's a different feeling to the team than even the last couple of years. I'm not sure how it's going to finish up, but I like the energy that we have in the locker room.
Yep. So you hear that answer, and there's two things. Boy, this could really be possible that it all works out and he wins a Super Bowl or he takes him to a Super Bowl, and man, oh man, he's staying. Because I'll tell you what, I don't think they're ever going to kick a field goal inside the opposing team's 10 on 4th down ever again. How many times they go for it last night? I don't think they're ever going to do that again. And then Randall Cobb scores his 2 touchdowns. But he also said that he readjusted his way that he was going about his business last year and how he was able to live in the moment, enjoy the moment then. And then when the moment arrived for the offseason, something either didn't happen that he thought it was going to happen, or the way that it ended caused him to say, screw this, I'm out. Which leads me to believe maybe none of this matters. Maybe all of it matters. Trust and hope, that's what he said. Beautiful things. But sometimes they can lead to despair and frustration. That's what he told us. Finally found the note.
I think he was quoting a Metallica song there. Trust and hope.
Well, we'll
I
find
found
out.
in you. Nothing else matters.
Well, we'll find out Sunday if his haircut is to be a member of Metallica, because it's what his hair is all for, is this coming weekend Halloween costume, I guess is what he said. But trust and hope. He wanted the trust and hope. And the trust and hope led to number 18. And when number 18 needed to step up because number 17 and number 13 were out, number 12 found number 18 2 times. And they win. Short week, on the road, banged up, sick, and they win. What does it matter for down the road after this year? That's part of the question I really want to hit right now. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.